Hello, you guys. Welcome and welcome back. We're going to get into another collective reading for you guys to see what the messages are. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Thank you so much for being here. Also, I hope these messages help you guys with whatever you're dealing with. And don't bring anything into your life that does not belong or is not necessary for you to progress forward, okay? Be sure to subscribe to my other channels. The Underground is where you can find love readings. All right. And Talking About Things, formerly known as Mom Jeans by Nutcase, is where you can just find other things that might be beneficial to your situation. So be sure to subscribe. Put your comments below to let me know if the reading is resonating and share it with someone who you may think needs to hear it, okay? Ooh, I got a burp. Oh, excuse me. I felt it coming. But I have a message for you guys. The other side of the tracks, right? The other side of the tracks. So you may benefit in a situation because of your strategic positioning. Your spirit team has positioned you strategically in a certain place for your benefit, or they've, set up things for you for your benefit because of whatever's about to happen or go down. All right. So let me explain, right? If you have a situation, the saying, the other side of the tracks usually indicates a city or a town or a neighborhood that is split in half. And the people on one side of the tracks have a certain set of outcome or circumstances, while the people on the other side of the track have a totally different set of circumstances or outcome because of where they're positioned in the situation, right? Because of whatever side of the tracks that they're on. Usually this indicates a difference in wealth or a difference in opportunity or a difference in the outcome of a circumstance. So what I'm getting for you as far as a message is that it's good for you to be on the side of the tracks that you're on. If you look around at your situation, it may be better for you to be in the position you're in than in a different position. So just say you're a woman. It may be better for you based on what's about to happen. Okay, this is all based on what's about to happen. It may be better for you to be a woman than a man, or it may be better for you to be a man than a woman, or it may be better for you to be a minority versus being white. It may be better for you to be white than to be a minority. I don't know which way it's going, but for you guys in your situation, wherever you are, whatever it is that you believe, it may be better for you to be spiritual than religious. It may be better for you to be aware than unaware. Okay. There's something that you have as far as information or a demographical attribute, or there's something about you or your situation that puts you in a better position than what you would have been in if you were on the other side of the tracks, okay? So I hope that makes sense to you guys. It doesn't necessarily have to do with any particular biases or anything. It just is what it is. It's like your spirit team loves you so much that they put you in a position where, based on what's about to happen, you would have the upper hand, or you would have some type of advantage, okay, being in the position that you're in. So everybody just be very grateful for where you are, because if you were to experience whatever this is that's about to happen and be on the other side of the tracks than what you're on right now, it would be a lot worse. Okay, that's the message I'm getting. Okay, guardian angels, archangels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest vibration, Father, Mother, God, for the collective, what is the message that they need to know? Thinking of you, crying, nostalgia, missing you. Okay, what is the message for the collective when it comes to this information? Pictures, regrets, reminiscing, missing you. Good Lord. One more card. We have soul contract wanted to come out. Okay. Ooh, soul contract, no contact. I thought it said no contract. Egg on their face. So something is blowing up in someone's face or is backfiring. What else for the collective? So the fact that you went no contact with someone is causing something to backfire when it comes to the soul contract that you hold with this person. What else for the collective when it comes to these messages that they need to know? intimacy, passion, coming into union, chemistry, missing you again. Jesus, did somebody miss you? Golly. Red flag, signs, cheating, deception, conflict resolution, compromising, making amend, positive outcome. Yeah, so there's a conflict that's going to be resolved. Okay. There's a big red flag here, and it has to do with how much someone misses you. All of these cards say missing you, which is ridiculous. Somebody is really stuck in the past. They're really thinking about how close you were with them in the past and the fact that you are not close now. And this is all because of whatever this no contact is that you have with this person. You are not in contact with this person, and they are in a tizzy, child. They don't know what to do with themselves. They're looking at old pictures. Somebody is thinking about the chemistry that you shared. It doesn't necessarily have to be love, but it kind of just feels like someone just cannot get over the past. I feel that this could be about the world as well. Like, there could be a lot of people who are stuck in the past, wanting the old ways that the world was to come back. Like, the world is changing, but because you may be in a position where, okay, you may have experienced a lot of hardship. You may have experienced a lot of, BS in your life. You may have not really enjoyed life, okay? The way things used to be may not have benefited you that much, but now the way things are changing is going to benefit you a lot more. This could even be in your job. Policies and rules could be changing, and it's going to benefit you more than the old policies and rules did. So basically, again, you're on the right side of the tracks. The way that you're seeing a situation, the way that you're perceiving a situation, your perspective, your perception of the situation is going to be a lot more positive than someone else who cannot let go of the past, because this is the future, right? We're moving into the future. The future is becoming the present, and the present is becoming the past. So you have the advantage, or you have the upper hand, because you didn't really enjoy being here anyway, or you didn't really enjoy how things were turning out anyway. So now that things are changing, all the better for you, right? But somebody can't let it go. So if you're around people who just keep like bringing back things about the past, oh, back in my day, or I remember back in, whatever time when this was like this, now it's different, now it's changed. You need to stay away from those people, because they aren't in the right state of mind to basically manifest with you in a way that would be beneficial. They would just hold you back. Okay. There's definitely a conflict being resolved. Okay. And there's a positive outcome of something for you, but I feel like it's because you went no contact with someone, or it's because you voided a spiritual contract with a person. There was a contract. Now there's no contract. The contract is null and void. That's what's making something be resolved. And this whole, they got egg on their face thing, something backfired on somebody, is because they can't get out of the past. Okay. What else for the collective when it comes to these messages? Love abides, feelings still remain, rekindling passion, give it one more chance. Jesus Christ. Somebody really wants to get back together with you. Somebody really wants to be your friend again. Somebody really wants you to come back and work for them, but it's a no. Talking to friends and blame, harboring resentment, pointing fingers, who's wrong doesn't matter. Yeah. So someone is talking to their friends about you and about the situation that happened between you and them. But they resent you for moving on. They resent you for moving forward. What else for the collective when it comes to these messages? Burning bridges. Yeah. It's done. It's never going to come back around the way that they want it to. So what is the point of reminiscing about the past? Like, it's never, things of the past are never going to exist in the present. Yeah, blame. So somebody's blaming you for burning a bridge with them, or saying it's your fault. And they're sneaky, going behind your back, telling lies about you, having secret affairs. Okay. I feel like you're trying to resolve a conflict. Somebody just wants to fight. Whoever this person is that you're trying to resolve a conflict with, or that you wanted peace with, they don't want peace. They want problems. Okay? They never really wanted to resolve it with you, child. They never really wanted things to go into a good place. They just wanted to continue to stay in the past. Like, even when you were around this person, more than likely, they would always bring up things from the past or try to throw things back in your face or constantly talk about old situations, old scenarios that you've grown from, just to keep your mindset in a place of the history. Okay, but they want history to be their story, not your story. They want everybody to believe their side and not look at the situation objectively. So whoever this is, because they have to create rumors about you or, lies about you, that's a sign that they never were going to understand your perspective in the first place. So you could easily let it go. I feel like that's what you guys are doing. I also feel like this person knows that they're creating manufactured information to get people on their side. Okay, so what's the point? What is the message for the collective? Judgment. What else is the message for the collective when it comes to this information? All right, we have the Emperor. Okay. Can I get one more card? What is the message? 5 of Wands. Jesus. So you're realizing that that there was a person who was basically orchestrating all this conflict the whole time. Aries, Taurus, Scorpio, Leo. Death card at the bottom, Page of Wands. So yeah, because something is changing in your life, you're starting to see how much someone was trying to control your life. And it's because you've walked away from them, or it's because you have regained control of your own situation. You see how much somebody was controlling your life, or you see how much someone was trying to mess with your head, mess with your mind, keep you in a place of confusion. Or that someone was very argumentative, confrontational. They just wanted to go back and forth. Okay. The only way that someone can be close to you now is look at these old pictures. Whoever's trying to fight this change, or whoever is trying to fight the future, this is a warning for you if you're that person not to do that, because it's not going to work. But it's also a warning to you guys who are embracing the future not to get into these arguments with these people who have a mindset or perspective that's stuck in the past. Okay. What's Judgment? 3 of Swords, 3 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Someone has a lack mindset or lack mentality. You left someone in the cold and they're very disappointed by that. I feel like this is a friend or somebody who you were dating, in a relationship with, or something like that. Somebody doesn't like the fact that people are waking up because it doesn't benefit them. This could be a world leader. I don't know. But I just feel like if it's in your personal life, there's somebody who is upset that you're waking up to the truth. There's like duality here, because it's like a certain group of people are upset about the trumpets, and there's a certain group of people who are happy about the trumpets. Someone was holding you back because they had a very small-minded perspective. So you walked away from them. And they're upset now because you walked away, and now your life is getting better, and they feel like, oh, well, collective, as soon as their life got better, they cut me off. But really, you cut them off before your life got better. It's kind of a situation where you leave someone behind, and then your life goes in such a positive direction that they feel basically that if you would have stayed with them a little bit longer and your life went in a positive direction, they could have benefited from it. But what they don't see is that the only way that you could have gone in this positive direction, and the only way that things could have actually changed for you, is if they weren't around. That's what someone is missing. Okay. What's the Emperor? It would have never happened while they were around, because they didn't deserve to benefit from whatever you were getting, and they didn't help facilitate any type of positive change. All they did was bring conflict. So the 4 of Wands with the Emperor, strong Aries energy. I feel like from Scorpio season to Aries season, there's going to be a lot of like celebration that you're going to have based on the channeled message of you being on the right side of the tracks. You're going to be celebrating that. You're going to be very glad that you made the decisions that you made and that circumstances played out the way they did. Okay. Another 3. So March is very significant next year. This is something about your work. Some of you guys are getting a raise or a promotion, or there's some type of new job coming in, or a goal that you're accomplishing in your work, your career, or your business. A lot of you guys may be signing new contracts. You may be working with different people. I feel like these are not just one contract, like it's different contracts. I feel like there's something that you're building that you're going to complete by Aries season next year, or Taurus season. So anywhere from March to May. Yeah, there's definitely some justice coming in. Whatever you're working to accomplish right now, focus on it because it's your justice. What's the 4 of Wands? Whatever you're building right now or trying to grow, Spirit is telling you that you're moving in the right direction. This is the direction that they've kind of been guiding you in or guiding you towards. What's the Emperor? Page of Swords. Yeah, stay focused on your goal because you see it clearly. I feel like you see something clearly, or you know something that other people don't know. The fact that you stay focused on your goal is going to literally cut down anyone behind you who you don't see trying to come at you in a negative way. Yeah, 9 of Wands and the Fool card. Yeah, somebody's just jealous or upset because you're free and they're not. You're free of some type of like cycle, or you're free of some type of bondage and they're not. And they're watching you and they're upset with it. They're trying to cut you down or stop you from doing something. But it's like they're so beat up and tired, it's not going to work. What's the 5 of Wands? 5 of Swords. And the Ace of Cups. Somebody really loves revenge. They really love being a hater. 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands. Somebody wants to punish you for being loved and appreciated. Somebody wants to stop you from seeing your gifts, or they want to steal your gifts. There's a lot of people feeling jealous and envious of the fact that you rose up out of a ditch. Knight of Pentacles and the Magician. They're doing things to slow you down, to make you feel like attacked or slowed down. But all they can really do is watch. They can't actually touch you. What's the Page of Swords? What's the Page of Swords? What's the Page of Swords? Yeah, somebody doesn't want something to change. There's definitely a group of people who don't want something to change. Yeah, they want things to stay the same because that's how they've earned their living, or that's how they get their money. But that's why they're attacking you, because you're actually changing something. What's the 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords? What's the 5 of Wands, 5 of Swords, Page of Pentacles? Yeah. So you've gotten some type of proof, or that you will get some type of proof that this is happening. I also feel like somebody's trying to break you down in the beginning of something so that it doesn't go far. Yeah, 10 of Wands, 2 of Cups. They're trying to get you to talk about something. They're trying to force you to talk about something. This feels like it's a group of friends that's stuck in the past and they just want to keep talking about the same thing over and over again. Or it's like a partner that you have in a romantic relationship where they just want to talk about the same thing over and over again. Or people who you work with that just keep, again, wanting to go over and over the same thing again. What's the Page of Pentacles? The FedEx guy or lady is really bumping. Two of Pentacles. Something is going to become very clear. Like the right option is going to become very clear, or it already has. Two of Swords, Nine of Wands. You don't realize that the more you work on whatever this is that you've been guided to work on, the more it debilitates whoever this is who's trying to hold you back, okay? What's the Ace of Cups? Four of Cups, yeah. Somebody doesn't believe in love, or they don't believe in miracles. Nine of Wands, Three of Wands. They're very jaded. They're very jaded. They also are probably financially unstable. And they feel like everything they've tried doesn't work, so they just don't believe in trying very hard or something like that. What's the Four of Cups? Wait. Somebody is very burdened. They're ungrateful and very unappreciative. They just don't understand that everyone isn't in the same position as them or in the same situation. Yeah. It's like someone is trapped, but they don't want to become free. It's like they want to stay trapped, or they want to stay burdened, or they want to stay in a negative situation. Because they just don't see any point in it. It's like they don't see the future as an opportunity. They see it as just more of the same. Yeah, Three of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands. I just feel like your confidence makes someone else's insecurities very highlighted. Like your confidence makes other people's insecurities, yeah, it makes them feel very insecure or emotional about their situation, confused about their situation. I feel like someone's also upset that people are seeing you for who you are. What's the Three of Swords? Nine of Cups, Eight of Cups. Somebody was being very arrogant. You walked away from this person. I feel like someone wanted you to walk away from something disappointed, but you're actually walking away from it happy. So I don't know, maybe they wanted you to walk away from something, but you didn't. And now you worked hard on something and it's working out for you because you didn't give up. But I also feel like if you did leave something behind, or if you do walk away from something, somebody wanted you to feel bad about it, but you actually feel good about it, and you understand why you had to walk away or why you had to do whatever it is you had to do. It's kind of like someone knows that something negative happened for you in your life, and because they would look at the situation that happened to you as so horrible and so bad, and just a disappointing thing that's just devastating. They feel like everybody's going to see it like that. But because you're not them and you don't hold their same beliefs, you don't see whatever this is as devastating. So it's like somebody's looking down on you because of what you went through. Maybe because you had to move to the other side of the tracks, like proverbially, metaphorically, you something was taken away from you, or you didn't get to do something, or I don't know what this is, but it's like they're looking at it as it would be a detriment to you or something bad for you, but actually it's something good for you. And the only reason why you see it like that is because you have an enlightened perspective. And this person is very I feel like they're upset because you have an enlightened perspective about whatever this is, and you're happy to walk away. You're happy to leave something behind. You know that divine timing is working in your life, and you know that what's meant for you is meant for you. You're very emotionally stable. You're taking it more as a win because of what you had to go through and what you've learned, and you're taking it as a win because you've accomplished so much throughout this process, and it feels like more of a, tribute than a loss for you. But because they can't see it like that, they're upset that you see it the way you see it. They're upset that you see it as something positive because they see it as something negative, or they feel like if they were in your shoes, it would be negative for them. But you don't see it like that. However, because you don't see it like that, they're trying to disappoint you, or they're trying to make you look at something that's a blessing in your life as very negative. Even though you should actually feel inspired by whatever this is. So when I tell you that spirit relocated you to the other side of the tracks, and it's for your benefit, and you're going to be glad that you're on this side of the tracks when shit starts to hit the fan, you need to know that. Because whoever's around you in your life is trying to convince you otherwise when that's not actually true. What's the Four of Wands? Yeah, Knight of Cups. There's something that you see that you're creating in your mind's eye that's going to be very successful. And I feel like your physical location, like where you live, where you work, your community is very important to whatever this is that you're creating. Yeah, the Strength card. You're feeling strong about the past. You feel like you've accomplished a lot. This is just because you're not afraid of change, and whoever this is afraid of change, but you're not. Yeah, Six of Cups. Somebody doesn't want the past to change, and they mess up things in their own life because they're afraid of change. I also feel like you made a choice in the past that you were very confident about, and you're not changing your mind, and someone is watching that benefit you, and they're jealous. What's the Three of Cups? So your job is not to let that affect you. Yeah, Magician in reverse. I feel like someone manipulated this situation. So what it feels like to me is that your life changed in a major way because someone, okay, let me explain this. Your life was already changing in a major way. You more than likely walked away from someone. Your life started to get better. They were jealous of that. They were upset about that because how dare you walk away and get something without them that they can't benefit from. So then they tried to sabotage these changes in your life and make things hard for you and make it so that you couldn't continue to rise, right? And therefore, they felt powerful. And they ruined something for you, or they think that they ruined something for you, or they did all this convoluted shit to get something negative to happen in your life, and it actually happened. And they thought, because in their mind, they thought you would be upset about this. They thought that they were going to finally feel good and that they were finally going to win, and that everything that they wanted was going to happen to get back at you for them missing you. For them to get back at you for what they feel like you did to burn a bridge with them. But then whatever they did to you that was very negative and hurtful and hateful, actually you took it very well, or you chose to look at the bright side of it, or you're still deciding to be very positive about it. And they're like, shit, I thought they were going to be upset about that. I thought Collective was going to be so hurt by that. I made them lose their house. I made them have to move. I made them lose their job. I made them, be financially unstable, and they're still happy. So it's backfiring. Do you get what I'm saying? Because you're still confident and you're still happy and you still know the truth. What's the Magician reversed? Stupid bitch. Two of Wands. Ooh, excuse me. And I feel like you're deciding not to take action. You made a good decision not to take action on something. You just let someone walk away, or you let someone ghost you, or you let someone leave, or you didn't respond to it. Somebody thought they were doing something that was really going to upset you, and you reacted in the totally opposite way, which now got them with their drawers or panties or whatever in a bunch. Yeah, Ace of Wands and the Seven of Swords. Somebody was trying to take an opportunity from you, or thought they were taking something from you. Ooh, so scary. Like, get the fuck out of here. But see, that's the thing. The fact that you're looking at it from a more enlightened perspective, the fact that you're not allowing it to upset you, got this person not understanding that it's them. That's so crazy. So be excited. What this is telling you is to be excited. Be positive. Be happy for wherever you are. Because sometimes God uses your enemy to put you in position. Okay? Anything else for the collective when it comes to these messages? Genuine love. Adoration, crush, affection, loyalty, unlikely, happiness, and excitement. So this person feels like they don't want you to have any happiness or genuine love, but it's very unlikely that that's actually going to happen, okay? It's very unlikely that this person would have ever given you genuine love. One more card for the collective. Priorities. Yeah, so focus on love. And I feel like that's what you're doing. And I feel like that's bringing a lot of happiness to your life. Progress. Yep. Don't get caught up in the nonsense. Don't get caught up in the hoopla. Don't get caught up in the BS. Because it's not worth it. Even if someone did do something negative towards you, or even if someone did cause disruption in your life, again, they were more than likely being used by God to put you in position. All right, what's the advice for the collective? Love yourself more by saying no to the things that feel draining and burdening for you. Saying no when you want to say no instead of saying yes to please other people is a real act of self-love. Yep. So you said no, and it's blessing you. What is meant for you won't pass by you. You will never have to force something that is truly meant to be. Trust in the perfection of divine timing and allow your life to unfold as it should. Whatever comes, let it come. Whatever goes, let it go. And see, that's the thing. I was just getting a message. This person had to force the situation. They had to force you to struggle. They had to force you to be broke. They had to force you to be homeless. They had to force you to be without a job or break up with someone. They had to force that because it was never meant to be. That's why they were exerting so much energy, and they're drained and fucking tired and probably looking like an old hag that lives under the freeway bridge. Motherfucker probably looking fat, probably looking ugly, probably looking bald, losing their hair, or just beat down in life in general because they were trying to force a situation that was never meant to be. While you, on the other hand, were never forcing the situation not to be. So if they wanted to try to force something, you weren't going to force them not to force it. You were just going to let them force it because you knew whatever was meant to happen was going to happen. And if they were doing that, then that was a part of the plan all along. Everybody thinks they can outsmart God. Things are going to be turned in your favor. People that were against you all of a sudden will be for you. Ideas, creativity, promotion, contracts are going to come into your hands. I told y'all. So be ready, get some rest, do what you need to do because this work is coming in. I hope that helped you guys. As always, be sure to like and subscribe to continue to catch the vibe. Book your readings in the description box today, you guys. Do not hesitate to book your reading. I cannot wait to see you guys there. Subscribe to any of my other channels, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Oh, y'all, I be struggling.